Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here on the channel. I'm just gonna upload these news videos as fast as I can get them uploaded after I get them filming them, because there's probably a lot of news I have to catch up on. So let's get around to it. So, upload NFL news, I'll do NBA, probably another NFL because I still have more NFL I want to get to, but it's only going to be recording for like 15 minutes. I'll do another NFL, but let's get to the NBA here. So, Gilbert Arenas talked about the Sixers, and he talked about the playoff failures, and he believes that Joel Embiid is more to blame for the Philadelphia 76ers playoff failures than Ben Simmons. So a lot of people are, blaming Ben Simmons for playoff failures, but he's basically saying here that Joel Embiid, he thinks, is more to blame for their failures. I mean, I think he's right a little bit, but he's been there longer, and they built the franchise around him. The franchise was literally trust the process. And Ben deserves some blame, but sure, the bulk of it has to go to the big fella. When it's good, you get the accolades, and when it's bad, unfortunately, you're going to get the blame too. I mean, he deserves some blame for their playoff failures. But Ben Simmons hasn't been on the team for like a year and a half, though. So how can you blame him for the playoff collapses? I mean, it's on Joel Embiid and Harden this year's latest playoff collapse. But they were tanking for years to just have assets and hope they form a winning team. You can't build a winning culture around that. You may get good skilled players, but you're hoping they mature into a winning mindset after it was accepted that losing will make you a winner. But the front office is kind of a joke. Because the best backup you've seen for Embiid was Paul Reed, was on the verge of being sent away. Maybe Embiid might leave that team soon. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But he's the biggest playoff dropper of our generation. But I'm not going to fully blame him for the playoff failures. But he does deserve some blame, yes. So James Harden. Per Jake L. Fisher, despite all the latest stuff that, the relationship with Daryl Morey's not good, he still wants to get traded. He's expected at this point to report to Philadelphia's training camp. He's going to show up to training camp fat as fuck. He's going to pull up remember, he's going to gain 40 pounds in 2 days. Remember where that game, where he was for the Rockets, and he was in that blue, jumpsuit, blue jump thing, their pregame clothes. He looked like a fat Santa Claus. But yeah, obviously, at this point, he's expected to attend their training camp. It's not a surprise, to be honest. But Fat Harden's going to be back. After all that talk, he's going to probably report to training camp. Next, DeAndre Ayton, via the Arizona Republic. DeAndre Ayton feels like the whole world is, quote, hating on him. Oh, really now? Quote, no matter you put it, I feel like I have no fans out there, and I can feel it because the whole world is saying it. My goal is over the narrative. I was over the summer to change that narrative. End quote. Via the Arizona Republic. He brought that on himself. He's honestly a solid player. I think he's a solid player, and he's still young. He has room for development, improvement. He has to improve a lot. But he was the number 1 pick in the best draft in the last 13 years. He deserves all the criticism, I think. But all he's got to do is play aggressive. He just plays too soft. He doesn't play aggressive. It just seems like he's scared. I don't think that's just a talent issue. It's just he's not playing aggressive enough. He's just playing too scared. It's like he's scared. He's giving up uncontested offensive boards and attack the rim a bit more. And I think he'd be an all-star. It's just he's too soft and just not aggressive. It's just like he plays scared. He just needs to play better. But he's just playing lazy. He's just playing lazy. And people call him out on it. But yet, we're hating. We just want to see DeAndre Ayton play better. I mean, the number 1 pick from a few years ago, He just needs to play more aggressive and stop playing scared. And hell, expectations can feel like hate. It's just expectations we have on DeAndre Ayton. It's not that we hate. It's just high expectations for Ayton. The Bulls and the Heat are potential suitors for Christian Wood, per Dan Wokey Sports. So the Bulls and Heat, one contender and one probably like playing team, are potential suitors for Christian Wood. I'm really surprised Christian Wood has not yet been signed at this point, to be honest. I don't know. The Heat, out of these two teams, I think the Heat would be the option. I really do. I think out of these two teams, the Heat would be an option. I feel like he's waiting for Dame to go to Miami, because he could already go to another team, but he hasn't. I feel like he's waiting for Dame to go to Miami. But a Bam, Christian Wood, and Bam Adebayo front in the front court that'll be good. So Draymond Green. So we talked about, he was on the Pat Bev podcast. He said, quote, "I don't just hit people. Dialogue happens over time, and you usually ain't triggered by something that fast. We know stuff you don't say amongst men. We know things that you have to stand on." End quote. Draymond Green on the Pat Bev podcast. Man, don't be shy, Draymond Green. Tell us what he said. I bet Jordan Poole said, "You bitch," and then Draymond went, boom, punched him. So, he acts like he doesn't instigate. Like, he does yell, throw tantrums. Crazy how Poole, as young as he is being so mature and all this, whereas Draymond's not being, to be honest. I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. So Jordan Poole's father talked about Draymond. He said, I stand on this. It's some BS. JP was his guy, and he avoided me all last year. He is a soft as bitch. You mean ass? And I'm standing on this, and he didn't apologize to me and my wife. So he lame, and me and him can meet anytime he want. Damn, Draymond, you gonna take that level of disrespect? And Draymond really pissed this dude's whole family off. He pissed Poole's whole family off. Man, we got that off-season drama with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole back again. That's wild. His father want all the smoke. This is getting good. So, per report, Anthony Davis is expected to sign an extension before a Lakers training camp. I don't know what that extension will be. I know if Davis gets extended at some of the numbers being discussed, he's going to become untradeable. So the Lakers will effectively be stuck with him like the next 5-6 years. I know the internet's going to talk crazy about him, but he is legit one of the best players. Maybe 10, 15, 20, somewhere around there. Because he actually was really healthy this year, the second half of the year in the playoffs, and he was a beast. I mean, maybe he's not worth money because he's injury prone. Maybe it just kind of depends on the contract. It just depends on the contract, to be honest. So Kendrick Perkins, ESPN said, quote, "I don't want to disrespect Miami, but even if they get Dame and they were to face Milwaukee again, I'm picking Milwaukee." Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins. The last 3 times they had a series with the Bucks, they've won twice, and you're telling me the addition of Dame wouldn't put them over the top again? Because they beat them 4-1 with Jimmy Butler and a bunch of average role players that got hot at the right time in that series. But they beat them 4-1 without their second best player, or maybe third best player. Jimmy, Bam, and then you're missing your third best player. They still have their top two players. But Kendrick, man, the Heat won in 5 games without Dame. What makes you think they would lose with Damian Lillard? Come on. Mental illness, y'all. So the athletic Zach Harper ponders the possibility of Miami pursuing Joel Embiid and reuniting him with Jimmy Butler via the Athletic. Quote, Daryl Morey is already processing Philly getting subpar value for Harden. However, a trade for Embiid, as awful as that might sound, is eased by Miami offering Bam Adebayo, a versatile 4-time All-Star and a 2-time All-Defense selection. An Adebayo-centered trade package to reunite Butler and Embiid could be an easier pill to swallow. It would end any pursuit of Lillard due to lack of assets, but such a pursuit could also not yield Lillard at all, end quote, via the Athletic. I mean, this could work, but I wouldn't give up Bam Adebayo for Joel Embiid. I'm sorry. I would rather have Dame, Jimmy, and Bam, to be honest. But this is wild. Quote from S.I. Mannix, Chris Mannix. There's no trade market for James Harden. Quote, the Clippers, Harden's preferred destination, are interested, but not, it seems, at the cost of Terrence Mann and what's left of their first-round draft capital, end quote. So they're not even willing to trade Terrence Mann for James Harden. It's like, who want me? Not 100%. No. Man, Harden, ugh. I mean, he's just a washed fraud at this point. He quits on his teammates and throws his teammates under the bus. I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, I'm not surprised he doesn't have a trade market. So per report, there's optimism Max Christie could follow in Austin Reeves' footsteps for the Lakers. That's one of their rookies they drafted in the second round last year. I mean, I think he could be a good bench player. He has high ceiling, high floor in my opinion. I think he'd be a good player because he was really good at Michigan State. And he needs minutes during the playoffs because you can put some fresh legs on teams like the Nuggets with Jamal Murray in the playoffs. This is how you boost someone's trade value, though. Let's talk good about him. So Miles Bridges. Say, quote, I just want to apologize to everybody for the pain and embarrassment that I caused everyone, but especially my family. This year away, I've used it to prioritize just going to therapy and become the best person I can be. Someone that my family and everybody here can be proud of. End quote, via Rod Boone, Miles Bridges. Why did this take so long for an apology? Well, he decided to work on himself, though, first by going through therapy, so that said apology would be more sincere than him immediately saying, oh, I'm sorry, giving a half-assed apology. And he went to therapy, and he went to therapy before making it public. But let's get on him. If he's actually gone to therapy and done the procedures he's claimed to get off socials, I'd like to consider that he has taken the situation seriously, and that this isn't just some half-ass, apology. I'll probably do another NBA video as well, so stay tuned for that. Per report, Miami Heat think Tyler Hero is a better trade asset than Tyrese Maxey. Of course they do. Oh, breaking news, a team values a player on their team more than a player not on their team. Of course the Miami Heat, who are named after Dame, think their trade asset is better. I mean, it's debatable, but I would rather take Tyrese Maxey at this point. Evan Fournier says he's coming back like Goku after being benched by the Knicks all of last season. If this comes with playing defense, yeah, go ahead. Shams Charania via the rally, quote, I'm told Portland has told Miami this, make your best offer to us. So I don't know what their best offer can be. It has to be Tyler Hero and something, but Yeah, they're basically saying give us your best offer. But I don't have to do another NBA video. That's it for the NBA news. So until next time, have a lot. Peace.